welcome everybody to East Rutherford. We are at the New Jersey Stadium, where tonight, having seen 32 of the 48 teams in action in this tournament, it is the turn of Group I to get us underway with possibly the biggest game in the opening stage. It's France against Senegal, a repeat of that famous 2002 opening night game in Seoul in South Korea. Papa Bouba Diop with the unforgettable goal on that occasion, and hopefully Les Bleus and the Lions of Teranga can treat us to something similar here again this evening. The two teams have joined us, and we are currently going through the national anthems. You are listening to independent, studio-based, off-tube commentary of this game between France and Senegal, which you will always be able to watch through your local broadcaster. Didier Deschamps and Pap Chow, the two coaches, have led their teams out, and I will take you through the team news. Didier Deschamps has gone with the following. In goal for France is number 16, Mike Maignan. Number 5 is Jules Koundé. 17 is William Saliba. Number 4 is Deo Upamecano. Number 19 is Theo Hernandez. 8 is Aurelien Tchouameni. Number 14 is Adrien Rabiot. 11 is Michael Olise. Number 7 is Ousmane Dembele. 20 is Desiré Doué. Number 10, the captain, is Kylian Mbappe. And for Senegal, Pap Chow, head coach since 2024, has gone with, in goal, number 16 is Edouard Mendy. Number 15 is Crépin Diatta. Number 3, the skipper, is Kalidou Koulibaly. Number 19 is Moussa Niakhaté. 25, El Hadji Malik Diouf. Number 8 is Lamine Camara. 5 is Idrissa Gueye. Number 26 is Pape Gueye. Number 18 is Ismaila Sarr. 11 is Nicholas Jackson. And number 10 is Sadio Mane. Teams are just completing the formalities. It's always a big tidy-up operation on the pitch. A lot of flags and people and ornaments and all sorts of things to get rid of. On the bench this evening for France, the two goalkeepers are the number 23, Robin Rissa, a surprise inclusion as the third choice keeper for France. He will be joined by number 1, Bryce Samba. And then it is number 15, Ibrahima Konaté. 21 is Lucas Hernandez. 26 is Maxence Lacroix. Number 2, Malo Gusto. Number 3 is Lucas Digne. Number 13, veteran N'Golo Kante. Number 18 is Warren Zaïre-Emery. Number 24 is Ryan Cherki. Number 25 is Magnus Akliush. Number 6, Manu Kone. Number 23, Jean-Philippe Mateta. Number 9, Marcus Thuram. And number 12 is Bradley Barcola. And for Senegal, the substitutes are two goalkeepers. Number 23 is Mori Diaw. Number 1 is Yevan Diouf. Joined by number 2, Mamadou Sarr. Number 4, Abdoulaye Seck. Number 14 is Ishmael Jacobs. 24, Antoine Mendy. Number 21 is Habib Diarra. 17 is Pat Matassar. Number 6 is Pathé Ciss. 22, Bara Sapoko Njai. Number 7, Hassan Diaw. Number 9 is Bamba Dieng. Number 12, Sherif Njai. Number 13 is Ilman Njai. And number 20 is Ibrahim Mbaye. Your referee this evening is Ali Reza Faghani of Iran. And on VAR duty is Abdullah Atif Abdurrahman Al-Shahiri. So, set up for an absolute belter here in Group I. It's a pleasant day, round about 26 degrees. This stadium did host the Brazil-Morocco game a few nights ago, and it was warmer on that occasion. It was about 33 degrees, so a little bit more palatable, although that shouldn't put off either side here this evening. Group of death, Group I, Iraq take on Norway later on this evening in Boston in the second fixture in this section. But France and Senegal will be desperate to get off to a hot start. France, 2022 runners-up, remember, on penalties after that Kylian Mbappe hat-trick in the final against Argentina. Senegal, 3 consecutive tournaments they've qualified for, made the last 16 last time out before they were beaten by England on that occasion. Just about ready to go here. Didier Deschamps and Pape Thiaw both greeting each other down there in their technical areas. France are in their traditional kits, dark blue shirts, white shorts and red socks, very much la tricolore for le bleu this evening. And Senegal in their away kit this evening, which is all white with green and red trim. The Senegalese just down there in a little huddle away to the left of the centre circle. They will be defending the goal away to our left in this first half. We are just about ready to get underway here. One of the ties of the round. Everyone's been looking forward to this. A real signal. We see some of the stars of the world starting this evening. Erling Haaland, Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe join the frame in this one, and we are underway. France go for the old rugby style kick off down the left hand touchline, put it straight out for a throw-in in the right back area for Senegal, which will be taken by Crépin Diatta. Ball played forward. Jules Koundé gets back there. Can't find a teammate though. Senegal have it. Chance to launch the first attack of the game. Sadio Mane, a name that we should maybe list in the world's best players. Didn't mean to omit him. Sadio Mane missed the 2022 tournament through injury. Senegal on the attack. Nice bright opening. Lamine Camara has got options wide. One of them is Sadio Mane. Cross comes in towards the back post and it's headed away by Theo Hernandez and out for a corner kick to Senegal. Bright start. Ball was played in by El Hadji Malick Diouf on the overlap. Swung in a left-footed cross. Lurking at the back post was Ismaila Sarr. And Theo Hernandez has put it out for the first corner of the game. Bright start from the West Africans. This will be a corner kick right-hand side. Referee is just coming to have a little word with Nicholas Jackson and Mike Mannion for a bit of pushing and shoving in the 6-yard box. Haven't seen too much of that in this competition so far. Been relatively well behaved in terms of VAR intervention and the officiating. Chouameni's back there trying to protect his goalkeeper as well. They're still going at it, the three of them now. Chouameni, Jackson and Mina. Corner kick, taken short. El Hadji Malick Diouf puts it in. It's free kick is given eventually. Mike Mannion's gone down. And all of that pushing and shoving was penalised. Just looking at Nicholas Jackson. Oh, I'll tell you what's happened there. Oh, my days. Aurelien Chouameni is stood on his own goalkeeper's foot. And the referee's given a free kick to France. So maybe I was a little bit too keen on praising the referee because that was France on France action. They've taken the free kick. William Saliba in possession. Chouameni drops deep to get on the ball for France. Just enjoying their first spell of possession. Upamecano gives it out to Koundé, gets it back. Michael Olise has dropped deep. Upamecano puts a foot on it, goes square to Saliba. Bright sunshine here, but not long shadows being cast, so right above our heads. Olise does eventually get a touch, gives it back to Upamecano, and up towards Dembele, Rabiot. Mbappe might be in. Oh, it's a heavy touch from Mbappe. That was half a chance for France if Mbappe could have got that in front of him. It's won back by Rabiot, but via the high foot. And the free kick's going to be given. Sadio Mane is the man who's been caught. Mbappe, if he'd just taken that ball ahead of him, would have been in on goal there. It's a nice looking pass from Rabiot. Mbappe was onside. Defenders were miles apart, nowhere near Kylian Mbappe. Tried to flick the ball into his path with his left heel, Mbappe. Ever so slightly behind him. Bit of a let off that for the Senegalese. 4 minutes gone. No score in this Group I opener. France 0, Senegal 0. Free kick to the Lions of Teranga, which Moussa Niakate rolls back to Edouard Mendy. Mendy goes long. Ball is met by the head of Koundé. Rabiot back to Koundé. Upamecano gives it back to Magnan. All in yellow this evening, the French goalkeeper. Tchouaméni comes out to this left-hand side, and Theo Hernandez back infield to Tchouaméni. On to Upamecano. Not many forward options here for the French. Disciplined shape for Senegal. Saliba. Doué gets his first touch on this left-hand touchline, right down in front of Pap Chow's technical area. Ball into the feet of Dembele, who lets it run. Koundé had gone beyond Dembele. Good adventure from the French right-back, but the ball was just overhit and runs all the way through to Edouard Mendy, the veteran goalkeeper. 34 years of age now, Edouard Mendy. Senegal trying to attack down the left-hand side, loses out. Doué lets the ball run under his foot. It's picked up by Hernandez. Good challenge by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Coming off a very good season for Everton as Idrissa Gueye snapped in on that tackle, and Senegal are over the halfway line, left-hand side. Malik Diouf turns back infield. Gives it to Niakate, who goes back to Edouard Mendy. Edouard Mendy now playing his football with Al Ahly in Saudi. 57 caps. Well-travelled goalkeeper. Reliable Edouard Mendy. Now Senegal come forward, and he has a chance. And Ismail Assar might be in on goal here if he can get away from the defenders. Inside the penalty area, shot's blocked. Good defending from Upamecano, and then Upamecano gets in front of Sarr, wins the ball off him, and that was a chance. Senegal have it back. Hernandez has lost out. Good pressure this. Diatta. Infield from Kamara. Pap Gueye. Pap Gueye is eased off the ball by Rabiot. Wanted a free kick, doesn't get one. Referee's playing all the advantages here. It's a good start. Ball slid through just on the back foot. It was Ismail Assar. Couldn't quite get there. And a nice little spell of pressure from Senegal. The main chance in there was Ismail Assar, who just had a couple of yards on Upamecano. Upamecano's with great pace to get back to the Crystal Palace man. Senegal come again. Left-hand side, edge of the penalty area. Shooting opportunity. Shot from Jackson is blocked, but the flag's gone up for an offside. Nicholas Jackson just went a little bit early. Was caught the wrong side. And it will be a free kick to France. Lively start here in New York, New Jersey. We've played 8 minutes in this Group I opener. You are listening to independent studio based off tube commentary, and it's France 0, Senegal 0. Senegal maybe the brighter of the two sides here in the opening skirmishes. Saliba rolls it out to Upamecano. Chouameni. Back to Mike Mannion. Again, Chouameni, this time plays it into the feet of Michael Olise. Second time Michael Olise has come deep into the central area to get it. Loose pass there from France, and Mannion had to come out of his penalty area to clear away with his right foot. Hernandez picks it up. Chouameni again. Olise drops deep. Michael Olise scored a hat-trick recently in the friendly win over Northern Ireland. Had a stellar season for Bayern Munich. Every time I watched him, he was absolutely astonishing. Idrissa Gana Gueye, just outside the centre circle. Gives it wide right for Crépin Diatta. Diatta has it back, gives it to Koulibaly. Idrissa Gana Gueye tried a little flick with the outside of his right boot there, beyond Adrien Rabiot. Wasn't really on. Throw in, right on the halfway line. Koulibaly picks it up and goes back to Mendy under pressure from Kylian Mbappe. Mendy, right-footed, long clearance. Mane wins the header. Jackson then gets in front of Saliba. But again, Aurelien Tchouameni is tidying up. Gives it back to his goalkeeper. Ball out from Magnan, though. Not great. Good pressure again from Senegal. Played up the left-hand side. Loose touch this time, but it's going to get away with it. Jackson's picked it up on the left wing. Good footwork from Jackson, but Koundé nipped in with a challenge for France. Idrissa Gana Gueye has it. Again, Senegal just happy to recycle it back to the goalkeeper. Been a pretty confident start this from Senegal. Quite a few of the European nations struggle in the early days of this competition. Switzerland, Belgium, Netherlands, Spain notably yesterday. France will be hoping not to fall into that trap, but a different level of opposition today for France than some of those other teams have faced. France are over the halfway line, right-hand side with Upamecano. Ousmane Dembele this time drops deep, switches it out to the left-hand side for Doué. Good touch from Doué, moves in field. 40 yards from goal, Desiree Doué. Back to Upamecano, moved on to Dembele again. Dembele looking for Mbappe, oh, poor touch. Second time tonight. Half a chance for Mbappe. It's not a great touch at all. One touch and then the finish should have been the idea for Mbappe. Just let it run away from him, and Niakate was able to tidy up. 12 minutes gone, no score. Upamecano was closed down by Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson got the nod tonight in front of Iliman Ndiaye, despite a red card in a recent friendly against Saudi Arabia for the Bayern Munich striker. Hernandez back to Rabiot on the halfway line. Doué threads a nice little pass, and Rabiot's got room to move into. Rabiot, not blessed with a ton of pace, ends up having to turn away, and then a terrible pass back to Doué. Got that all wrong, did Adrien Rabiot. Throw in to Senegal, down in front of Didier Deschamps. Technical area. Mendy switches it out to the left back. He's 21 years of age, El Hadji Malik Diouf. He's gone up the line. The ball's going to stay in. Sadio Mane just pressured William Saliba over there. Managed to get the ball back to Mainin. Mbappe, there's a mistake from Senegal. He has a chance, overhit pass though. Dembele was looking for the run of Mbappe, but he's overhit it, trying to thread the needle through to Edward Mendy. France not really settled yet. Just enjoying a little bit more possession in the last 5 minutes. Saliba comes out to this left-hand side, over halfway. Doué wants to get on the ball, little step over. Again comes in field, Desiree Doué. Upamecano moves it on to Koundé. Dembele, touchline, infield to Elise. Mbappe, there's a good turn, and this time he's fouled by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Much better that. Free kick taken quickly. Dembele thought about whipping the cross in, then tries to thread the needle, cleared away by Senegal. Sadio Mane picks out El Hadj Malik Diouf. And he just chips it up the left-hand touchline. And the ball's picked up by Upamecano. Good footwork over there from Koundé, who evaded the challenge of Nicholas Jackson. France can start again. France growing into this one now after a bright start from the Senegalese. Just about to hit the quarter of an hour. No goals. Both sides feeling each other out here in this group eye-opener. Tchouaméni. Doué. Back to Hernandez and Tchouaméni again. Once again, Dembele drops deep. Picks up the ball, gives it wide to Koundé, gets it back. Dembele looking to go forward. Saliba. Hernandez. Senegal, everybody back. Low block currently on for Senegal. Koundé. Into the feet of Mbappe. Quick movement there. Elise has it. The French asking a few questions here. From Upamecano, wide to Koundé, who tried to turn it round the corner. Had two runners in Mbappe and Rabiot, but neither of them really read the little pass through, and it's got all the way through to the goalkeeper, Edward Mendy. Pak Chow there, hands in pockets, prowling in his technical area. Pak Chow was a member of that squad back in 2002. The squad that beat France in Seoul in that opening game. Didn't see an awful lot of action off the bench. Played much of his football in France for Strasbourg and Metz amongst others. Very much a local derby feel about this one, always has been. Saliba. Out to Tchouaméni. Game being played at a pretty steady pace, not breakneck by any stretch. We've seen a real mixed bag of styles so far in this tournament. This is the first game in one of 4 groups left to get underway. Nicholas Jackson chases down Upamecano. It's a good job, and he's going to send Koundé back. Koundé gives it to Tchouaméni. Out to Saliba. Just game settled into a pattern of play here last few minutes. A lot of French possession. Approaching the stage of the game where you might say it needs a goal just to liven everybody up a little bit. Elise tries to inject that bit of pace down the right-hand side. Has support from Koundé. Back into the centre circle we go for Saliba. On the half-turn is Rabiot. He gives it wide to Doué. Doué is doubled up again. Ismail Assar's out helping his full-back. Rabiot and Mbappe is dropped deep. Mbappe is chased back there. Nicholas Jackson helping his defence out. Koundé. Down the right-hand side. Dembele with a sprint. Dembele might shoot. It's blocked by the defender. Niakate was the man who got in the way. Ousmane Dembele pulled the trigger from 22 yards out. Doué tries to step inside the two defenders this time, loses it. Rabiot wins it back. Rabiot gets himself out of a little hole there, and then Idrissa Gana again nips in on Desiree Doué. Senegal clearly alert to the problems that Desiree Doué is going to cause them this evening. Diatta. Good ball down the channel now then. Here's a chance for Ismaila Sarr. Oh, he's crossed to the back post. Is poor from Ismaila Sarr. He was in beyond Theo Hernandez. Had men in the middle. And a dinked cross. Dropped over the top of the crossbar and out for a goal kick. A little bit wasteful there from Ismaila Sarr. 19 minutes on the clock. Not an awful lot, in truth, in the way of goal-mouth action to tell you about here yet. France 0, Senegal 0. On the halfway line, right-hand side is Jules Koundé. Tchouaméni. Saliba. Back to Tchouaméni. Plenty touches is Aurélien Tchouaméni. Gets another one here. Go back into the centre circle for Saliba. Koundé has taken up an advanced position, made a little run in behind, wasn't giving it, now gets it by Elise. Koundé thought about whipping the cross in, and that's gone out of play. It's going to be a corner kick for France here. First corner of the game for Les Bleus. Jules Koundé with the overlapping run. Sadio Mane back there defending. The ball came off. Senegal number 10. It's out for corner kick to France. Far side. Right hand side. Be a left footed in swinger towards the near post. Defender got there. And the clearance took a touch off a Frenchman. And he's got out for a goal kick. Seeing all kinds of colour around New York, New Jersey Stadium here. The Senegalese have brought the party. Seeing cowboy hats and helmets and all kinds of things. Goal kick. Oh, seeing a Mexican wave too. First one of the day. Jackson picks it up. Oh, he has to be fouled there, correct. Sadio Mane has gone to ground. Free kick to Senegal in the centre circle. Awarded by the Iranian referee, Alireza Fagani. Bit of a World Cup veteran is Fagani. 6 matches he's officiated at this tournament. Plies his trade in the A-League in Australia. Long ball forward from France. Untidy, collected by Senegal. Kamara. Infield. Now's a little bit of space maybe for Senegal to attack. Not to put a pass through. Hernandez nips in with a challenge. Adrien Rabiot. Mbappe wants to take over. Does. Mbappe injects a little bit of pace. Rabiot down the outside, and the tackle comes in from Crépin Diatta, and it's out for another corner kick to France. We are a quarter of the way through this one. Hydration break on the horizon, but not before France take this corner. Mbappe's got it short. Edge of the penalty area for Doué. Good feet from Doué, beats one man, can't beat the second man, and now Senegal can break. Brought away by Papagé, looking for the run of Sarr. Sarr is well watched by Deo Upamecano. Upamecano loves defending. You can just tell. Got in front of Ismaila Sarr there. Took the ball off him. And Michael Elise goes for the long pass, but all to no avail, and it's back with Edouard Mendy. Edouard Mendy takes a risk, trying to take on Ousmane Dembele. Weird decision from Edward Mendy. Got away with it. Last thing you want to do is gift an opportunity to a team like France, who are struggling to break Senegal down currently. Big switch from Pape Gueye out wide to Crepin Diatta. Diatta into the feet of Sarr. Sarr wanted a free kick, but again it's just some rock solid defending from Upamecano. Referees waved that away. Koundé has it, halfway line. Back to Upamecano. Tchouaméni. A little bit of space for Mbappe on the half turn. Heavy touch, not for the first time though. Great tackle. El Hadji Malik due for the challenge. And a chance for Nicholas Jackson. Jackson one-on-one with Upamecano towards the edge of the box. Jackson! He's hit the post. It's in the back of the keeper and it's out for a corner. Nicholas Jackson struck the post for Senegal. Down that left-hand side. Had the wheels to get away from Dio Upamecano. It all came from that poor touch from Kylian Mbappe. And suddenly Jackson was released. Edge of the penalty area, step over, left-footed shot, hits the post. It's back off the goalkeeper's heels. Could have gone anywhere. He's gone out for a corner kick. Wow. Corner kick to Senegal as Nicholas Jackson comes closest to breaking the deadlock here in New York, New Jersey. Can Senegal press this into a first half lead? Once again, Tchouaméni and Jackson are wrestling in the 6-yard box. Corner kick, right hand side. Flicked on, chance, so it's cleared away at the back post. Final touch came off a Senegalese player, and it's going to be a throw into France. And now we will go to the hydration break after the biggest period of drama in that game. Nicholas Jackson, thunderous left-footed drive from an angle from round about 16 yards out, strikes the foot of the post. France get away with it, and a quarter of the way through this one, it's France 0, Senegal 0. Game did need livening up a little bit. Wasn't an awful lot happened. The two teams rather felt each other out in that opening 25 minutes. France dominated possession, 61%. But two shots for Senegal, just the one from France. Neither side has had a shot on target just yet, and two corners each so far. Heading into that hydration break. Group I continues this evening with the other two teams in this section. Iraq taking on Norway in Boston. Match day 2 we'll see France and Iraq. That one is in Philly. Senegal get to stay here actually. They'll be back in this location, New York, New Jersey and East Rutherford, when they take on Norway. And then match day 3 sees Norway take on France in Boston, where Senegal will head up to Canada and they will face Iraq in that final game. Didier Deschamps down there giving a few instructions to his team. Pretty relaxed France team down there. Senegal getting a few more clear instructions. Bit of a huddle going on around Pape Thiaw. Didier Deschamps, the only living man to win the World Cup as both a player and a manager, is the outgoing French head coach. He'll be replaced by Zinedine Zidane. Deschamps can make himself the winning most manager in this tournament. He has 14 wins and is chasing down the 16 of Helmut Schön. So 3 more wins in this tournament to put Didier Deschamps top of the pile. Great atmosphere around the place. Senegal very much bringing the party. but no shortage of red, white and blue from the French around the place too. The 1998 and 2018 champions France. Runners up twice too. Obviously most recently last time out in that penalty shootout. What a memorable game that was in Qatar. France had done largely nothing until Kylian Mbappe scored twice in 94 seconds. Senegal didn't qualify for this tournament until 2002, but have been regulars now since 2016. And everyone is rehydrated, and we are going to get back underway with that throw-in, which looks like it might go along here from Moussa Niakate. Referee just having a little word with Michael Elise there on the edge of the penalty area. Niakate. Bit of a crowd scene in the 6-yard box. Referee still separating players. Koulibaly is causing issues at the near post, marked by Rabiot. Header away by Doué. Mbappe tries to bring it clear, can't. And Dembele gets on the ball for France and he is fouled by Garnegay. And it's going to be a free kick to France midway inside their own half. As the clock ticks past half an hour here in New York, New Jersey. Senegal have won it back. Jackson looks for Sarr. Edge of the penalty area. Sarr was slipping as he shot. Just falling backwards, Ismaila Sarr. That was half a chance. Senegal continue to ask questions. France lose possession again. That's poor. Lamine Camara has it. Ball in field to Pape Gueye. Koulibaly on the halfway line. Idrissa Garnegay helps it on to Diatta. Ball into the feet of Sarr. Can't quite keep it in. Last touch came off. Desiree Doué threw into Senegal. Kamara. Out to the left back, Malik Diouf. Sadio Mane is fouled by Jules Koundé. Koundé was just too close to the former Liverpool man there. Free kicks taken quickly down the channel for Jackson. Jackson in the penalty area. Upamecano sticks out the long leg, gets a toe on it. Then hacks it clear. Not very convincing though. It's picked up again by Senegal. Pape Gueye. Niakate. Pape Gueye again, looking for the run this time of Mane, but that was an ambitious pass from Pape Gueye. Through to the goalkeeper, Mike Mannion. France have it midway inside their own half. Rabiot. Out to Koundé. Koundé onto Elise. French attackers, that four up top, Dembele, Elise, Mbappe, Doué, have all really struggled to get any kind of quality ball here in this first half. And very much strangled by the shape and work rate of Senegal. Chouameni. Out to Upamecano. Dembele looks for Koundé, who can't keep it in. Poor pass. And there, in a nutshell, was just a little symptom of how and why France have struggled in the opening 33 minutes here. Long ball forward. Good centre forward play from Jackson initially, but again Upamecano relishes the physical battle this time. Relieved Nicholas Jackson of the ball. Onto Theo Hernandez. Saliba. Rabiot moves it on to Dio Upamecano. Poor pass, Senegal have it back. Oh, not a great decision in there from Pape Gueye. Just knocked it back to his goalkeeper from about 30 yards. It was much easier to go forwards. As a result, Mendy scooped it up into the sky. And Senegal surrendered possession there a little bit, but Upamecano's header has gone out on the far side for a throw-in. Didier Deschamps looks a little bit frustrated down there in his technical area. Things not quite gelled. Nicholas Jackson is away from Tchouameni. Tchouameni pulled him back. Jackson did him a favour by staying on his feet there. Senegal still have it. Right back Diatta does well. He's pulled back too. Sarr, overlapping run, poor pass. Lamine Camara was the man on the overlap, but it was a heavy pass from Ismaila Sarr. Again, Senegal get into a good position. Waste the opportunity. France 0, Senegal 0 here in this Group I game. You will be able to watch it through your local broadcaster. 3 attempts on goal for Senegal. Just 1 from France, but nothing on target from either side. Nicholas Jackson, the closest we've come when he struck the foot of the post. An effort that nearly went back in off the goalkeeper on the rebound. Koundé, ball forward. Now then, Mbappe's the side of Koulibaly, but Koulibaly has picked it up. Tchouameni. Bit of space for Doué. Doué's got support from Theo Hernandez. 30 yards out left hand side. Back to Doué. Doué's chased back by Ismaila Sarr. Enthusiastic defending. Koundé tries the other side. Koundé comes in field. He can't win the ball though. He's run out of it by El Hadj Malik Diouf. Mane wants a foul, not given. France have it back. Game's just opened up slightly for 30 seconds. Now Senegal have it. Pape Gueye moves out to this right hand side in Diatta. And Lamine Camara just slows it down, rolls it back in to Koulibaly. Niakate will allow Idrissa Gana Gueye to take over. 36 years old now, Idrissa Gana Gueye. Doesn't play like it. Diatta's made a good run, steps inside Doué, drives on. Kamara. Pass was close to Dembele. Dembele was interested in nicking that. Couldn't quite get there. Now Mane has it. Mane, 25 yards out, left of centre. Just drops it off to Pape Gueye. Pape Gueye with Koundé in front of him. Drops the shoulder, then goes square to Gana Gueye. Out to this right-hand side, Koulibaly. Pape Gueye with an ambitious pass, not read at all, probably overhit too. And it's out for a goal kick to France. 37 minutes gone. France 0, Senegal 0. In this opening game of Group I. Ball is at the feet of the French goalkeeper Mike Maignan. Senegal just allowing him possession as he assesses his options. Then goes long, looking for a Lissé, but it's far too easy over there for Malik Diouf to pick up for Senegal. Mane slides in with a tackle to retrieve possession. And Malik Diouf knocks it back to Mendy. Mendy's closed down by Dembele. Has to go long for Ismaila Sarr. Header is won by Hernandez. In the left back area, throw in down in front of Senegalese technical area. Down the line comes Crépin Diatta. He's got support from Sarr. Sarr's in the penalty area. It's not going to get there though. It's another wasted opportunity. Crépin Diatta's pass was overhit. And William Saliba got across, got his body in between the ball And Ismail Assar. Watch out for another goal kick to France. Again, Mainan goes long. Again, possession straight back to Senegal. Mendy. This time rolls it out to Koulibaly and gives it to Gana Gueye. Diatta. Rabiot gets in with a tackle on Pape Gueye. Good pressure from Adrien Rabiot. Seeing a few shots of Arsene Wenger up here in the stands in East Rutherford. Ismail Assar's turned away from a couple of players and he's going to have a drive at Hernandez. Comes in field. Assar is fouled. Referee's played an advantage. Shot comes in. And we're going to have a shot on target, and that was it. Sadio Mane from distance. Straight at McMannion. Ismail Assar stayed down. France on the attack. Elise skips past the challenge. Has Koundé for company. Now he has a chance for the French. Koundé into the penalty area. Pulls it back behind everybody. Total waste from Koundé. Rabiot. Oh, and the referee stopped the game with France on the attack. As Ismail Assar hasn't moved after that initial foul in the build-up to Sadio Mane's shot. Was a foul. Looked like it was called by William Saliba. I thought the referee had played an advantage. It looks like the referee waved it away completely, which is not the right decision. It was definitely a foul, but the advantage was okay before Mane hit the goalkeeper from 25 yards. At the other end, a really good overlapping run from Jules Koundé. Had three options in the box. Problem was everyone had gone forwards and he pulled it back, enabling Senegal to clear. So Ismail Assar is down. A couple of members of the Senegalese medical team there attending to him. He will be okay. It was a boot on the top of his foot from William Saliba. Probably have to spend a minute off, I think, on the grounds that the foul wasn't given. Ali Reza Fagani is just explaining to him. Ismail Assar's not impressed. Every player so far in this tournament who's had to go off having been kicked has protested the entire time. But Assar will have to go up. And we will restart with a drop ball midway inside the Senegalese half, which the referee is going to drop at the feet of Aurelien Tchouameni. And we are back underway. 3.5 minutes of the 45 to play. Probably at least 4 minutes added on, I would have thought. Hydration break. And then that little break in play. Referee's going to play an advantage again. This time for France. Doué, edge of the box. Gets the ball back off Hernandez. Doué into the feet of Mbappe. No room for Mbappe. Pape Gueye with a tackle. No foul. Referee once again has played an advantage. And now he's given the ball to France for a handball. I think basically Pape Gueye awarded himself a free kick, then put his hand on the ball in doing so. As the referee's played an advantage, he's then given the handball against Pape Gueye. Senegal will be furious if anything comes of this. It's one of the best opportunities France have had to put the ball in the box. Dembele and Elise are over the free kick. It's level with the corner of the box. It's about 35 yards out. Might be a little bit too far out for his shot. Elise has moved away, so it's going to be Ousmane Dembele, the Ballon d'Or winner. Has he got anything here that can break the deadlock? Dembele in towards the back post, headed clear. Too easy. Great defending, Koulibaly. France try and keep the ball in the Senegal area. Mbappe slide and tackle, this time from Pape Gueye. Rabiot picks it up. Senegal defending well here. as France enjoy a little bit of possession. Elise. Wide to Koundé. Back to Elise. Dembele this time, right-hand touchline. He's going to run at Mane. Does Mane. Whips the ball in. Oh, and Koulibaly guessed it that. He's put it behind for a corner. That could have gone anywhere off Kalidou Koulibaly. In the end, he just allowed the ball to hit him on the knees, really. He was in the middle of his goal, 6 yards out. It's gone behind for a France corner. Final 60 seconds of the 45. Corner comes in, straight into the hands of Mendy. Really poor. It was Michael Elise who put the ball in. Senegal with the goal kick. XG so far of 0.02 for France, 0.27 for Senegal. So that tells you where we are in terms of this first half. Goal-mouth opportunities at an absolute premium. Only one worthy of telling you about. Now then, here's a good ball forward, except Upamecano reads it. Lamine Camara had made the break. Upamecano has probably been the best player this first half. 6 minutes of stoppage time to be played here. Saliba has it. Out to Koundé. Koundé is challenged by Sadio Mane. And Sadio Mane has won the throw-in over there for his side. Niakate and Mendy get themselves in a little bit of a pickle over on that far side. Niakate had to take charge in the end, turned away. Throw in is right down by that left-hand corner flag. Up the line, which is won by Chouameni. And El Hadji Malick Diouf thumps it forward, where it's met in the centre circle by Saliba. Picked up by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Just a bit scrappy as we approach half-time. Crépin Diatta has it. Diatta infield to Gana Gueye. Gana Gueye, Mane came deep. Gana Gueye drilled it in at him. Didn't want it there. France have it. Now he has a chance. Dembele's got space to run into. Options both ways. Dembele goes for Doué, and it's a poor pass. Really well read by Crépin Diatta. Wasteful again. This time Ousmane Dembele is the culprit. These French forwards just haven't clicked yet. Combination of good defending from Senegal and poor decision making from Les Bleus. Koulibaly rolls it back into Mendy. I think Pape Thiaw and Senegal will be the happier of the two in this first half. Although maybe disappointed not to be in front. That effort off the post from Nicholas Jackson. But certainly not being outplayed or in any way intimidated or overawed by this star-studded French team. Here comes Senegal again. This time Saliba gets a foot in. Doué with a little Maradona spin. Loses out. Now then, Sarr goes through the legs. This time of Theo Hernandez. And again, Sarr wants a free kick. And again, the Iranian referee isn't buying it. Sarr's now chasing shadows down by the corner flag as he tries to retrieve the ball. France just played around him and bring it up the line. Hernandez looks for Mbappe. Never on. Mbappe looks at Theo Hernandez quizzically as that ball just is beyond him and through to Koulibaly. Senegal attack left hand side. El Hadji Malik Diouf looks for Mane, poor ball. Mane was the target, wasn't within 5 yards of him. It's in the hands of Mike Mannion. France still Senegal 0. Independent studio based off tube commentary of this Group I action. Needs a spark, needs a goal. Just to keep everybody honest here. Koundé has it. Upamecano. Dembele drops deep, that's better. Koundé for company. Koundé looking for Mbappe, overhit the cross. 3 bounces out for a throw-in. Down by the Senegal right back corner flag. Koundé just reties his ponytail over there. Crepin Diatta steals a few yards up this touchline and then smashes it long. Doesn't get very far though. It's retrieved by Michael Elise. Upamecano steps away from Jackson. Koundé back to Upamecano. Doué's dropped deep. Gives it to Rabiot. Midway inside the Senegal half. Back to Tchouameni. Elise bounces it to Dembele. And it's bounced back to Elise. Cleared away by Niakate. Into the final minute of the 6 added on here. Ball played down the channel. Acrobatic bit of defending from Pat Gay. Swaps passes with Garner Gay. Onto Niakate. Michael Elise trying to chase down Koulibaly, but it's played out to the right hand side in Diatta. Into the feet of Kamara, who's got a little bit of space on the half turn. Not many forward options though, ended up going sideways. Out to the left hand side for El Hadji Malik Diouf. Ball into the penalty area. Here's a chance. Pulled back. Chance. Oh, it's over the top. Huge chance for Ismail Assar. Best chance of the game from Senegal in the shadow of half time. And it's lifted over the top from no more than 5 yards out by Ismail Assar. Hands in head for the Senegalese supporters around us. Mane in down the left hand side. Crosses beyond Nicholas Jackson. And Ismail Assar, he's got the entire goal to aim at. And he's lifted it over the crossbar. Best chance of the game has come with the last kick of the half. The half-time whistle has gone here in New York, New Jersey. No goals. Not an awful lot of goal-mouth action, but what there was came the way of Senegal. Nicholas Jackson hit the post with a left-footed drive before right on half-time Ismail Assar's lifted over the crossbar when it looked easier to score. It's half-time here in this Group I action. It's France 0, Senegal 0. Welcome back, everybody, to New York, New Jersey Stadium. Just about ready for second half action here in Group I between France and Senegal. Scoreless in the first half, although Senegal had the two best chances. Nicholas Jackson hit the post, and then right on half-time, Ismaila Sarr left to run over the crossbar when it looked easier to score. Senegal are ready to get us kicked off here. They will be defending the goal away to our right-hand side in their white shirts, green shorts and white socks. France in their traditional red, white and blue. And we are just about ready to kick off. I don't think there's been any changes made by either head coach. I will keep you up to date with that one. Senegal have gone for the rugby-style kick-off too. Just dumped the ball into the right-hand corner of France. Allowed France to build out from deep in their own half. I'll give it the team news in a second when opportunity allows. Chouameni went in hard on Nicholas Jackson. Jackson stayed down. There's a French player down too. Free kick went the way of France. France really need to liven up in this second half. They were second best throughout. Didier Deschamps will not have been happy with his side in that first period. Chouameni to Upamecano. Loose pass. France get away with it, so Senegal win it back. Elise has to get it to him. Just pokes the ball out to Dembele, who rolls it back to Upamecano. Chouameni out to Rabiot, onto Hernandez. Back into the centre circle, Aurelien Chouameni. Real Madrid midfielder gives it to Dembele. Rabiot back to Upamecano. Upamecano caught the eye in the first half. The solid defensive display. I think that says more about the lack of quality from the French forwards, that a defender was to stand up there. Now he has a chance for Doué. Doué with a shot. Oh, it's not far away. Best effort from him so far this evening. Desiree Doué suddenly came infield. And that space in between the lines, picked the ball up 25 yards out, advanced 3 or 4 paces, hit a left-footed shot that went past the right-hand post of Edouard Mendy. Senegal throw in front of their own technical area, which El Hadji Malick Diouf just drops into Moussa Niakate. Mike Maignan is in goal for France. Back four of Hernandez, Upamecano, Saliba and Koundé. As the ball's played forward for Jackson. That's going to be a corner kick, put out by Upamecano. Rabiot and Chouameni in midfield, with Doué, Dembele and Elise up supporting Kylian Mbappe. Edouard Mendy, the goalkeeper for Senegal. A free kick was given to France, so it will not be a corner. I think maybe Nicholas Jackson was offside. Long ball played forward. Hernandez has chased it. Koulibaly's out after him, down by the corner flag. Again, the referee's not giving anything. Hernandez did well to keep it alive, then loses out. And Crepin Diatta gets across and hacks the ball clear for Senegal. Michael Elise is challenged in midfield by Gana Gueye. So Edouard Mendy in goal, back for Diatta, Koulibaly, Niakate, Malick Diouf, Lamine Camara, Gana Gueye and Pape Gueye in midfield, with Ismaila Sarr and Sadio Mane, the two wide men. Nicholas Jackson, the centre forward for the Lions of Teranga. Jackson came closest to breaking the deadlock in that first half on his left-footed effort. Struck the base of Mike Magnan's post and then came back and hit Mike Maignan on the foot and rolled about an inch wide. Dembele, right-hand side, flag's gone up. Koundé was offside. More frustration for France. Just having a little look at Didier Deschamps' options from the bench. Bradley Barcola might be one. Ryan Cherky, obviously a little bit of a magic man in there, trying to unlock a defence. Still early days though, 49 gone. France on the attack. Rabiot. Ball towards Elise. Elise waved a left leg at it. Casually it ran through to Edward Mendy. Not at all sharp so far, France in this one. Koulibaly onto Diatta. Senegal won't mind this at all. Definite shades of Seoul 2002. Papa Bouba Diop off the bench here to get the winner. Mane to Ghana Gay, back to Niakate. Just a Ghana Gay. Back to Niakate. 131 international appearances, Ghana Gay. Pretty impressive. Ismail Assar for Camera. No foul, breaks on for France. Do it. 4v4. Mbappe is wide left. Mbappe options both sides. Mbappe comes in field, loses it. Sloppy, poor, great defending from Senegal. Jackson. Kamara. He has a chance. Sarr gets the wrong side of Saliba. Great recovery from Saliba. Sarr thought he was in. I thought he was in. Saliba had other ideas. Stretched a long leg out. Poked the ball back to his goalkeeper. Game just opening up slightly. Mbappe, another poor pass. Or poor touch. Bit of a combo. Koulibaly doing the defending. Mbappe looks frustrated. France definitely falling into the same pattern that Spain and Switzerland, Belgium particularly, in their opening group games. Just struggling for a little bit of fluency. We know Argentina won the last tournament, having lost their opening game to Saudi. Spain also winners, having been beaten by Switzerland on day 1-2. France have won it back in the high area. Michael Elise, edge of the box. Elise is round Koulibaly. Elise! Great save. Great save, Edward Mendy. Best chance of the game for France. Michael Elise had the wheels to get around Kalidou Koulibaly. First real mistake Senegal have made. Koundé won it back in a high area. Rolls in Elise. Elise takes Koulibaly on the outside. Tries to slip it beyond Mendy. Saved by the left leg of the Senegal goalkeeper. And it's out for a corner kick to France. Two hands in the air is the signal from Elise, who's come across to take it. Into the middle, too close to the goalkeeper. Set piece has been poor this evening from France too. Really good save from Edward Mendy. 34-year-old stopper. This is 58th appearance for his country. A really important stop. Ball is at the feet of Papke. Out to Garnegay. Heavy touch on the half turn from Malik Diouf. Koundé made the challenge, and it'll be a throw in right on the halfway line for Senegal. Just seeing a replay of that Mendy save now. Yeah, it's like his left hip. As Elise just trying to lift it over him into that bottom corner. Kamara slips as he tries to get on the ball. Hurried clearance. Mendy's calm under pressure. Finds Garner Gay. Garner Gay finds Papke. Here's a chance. Jackson's in the penalty area. Jackson tries to get away from Upamecano. Upamecano with a little fist bump there, having done the defending. That was a chance. Papke slipped it through to Nicholas Jackson. Very similar position from where Jackson hit the post in the first half. That time Upamecano got a little bit on it. Papke has it again. Again he's got runners. This time just drops it off to Garner Gay. Michael Elise gets a little toe end in just to break up the play. Although Niakate tidies up for Senegal. Kamara. 10 minutes gone in this second half. Still no score. Chance into the penalty area and the pass is just overhit towards Jackson again. Jackson threatens to get in behind. Ismail Assar this time with a through ball. Ever so slightly overhit. France living on their nerves slightly at the back here. Senegal look most likely, although France have had one good chance in this second half. Their first effort on target, that one from Michael Elise. Chouameni sends it out to Dembele. Dembele is going to run El Hadji Diouf. Loses out. Jackson. Good centre forward play from Jackson. Retains possession. Then they lose out. Mbappe is in the penalty area. It's another great save. One-on-one, Kylian Mbappe. Edward Mendy saves again. Two chances go begging. Edward Mendy at the double. Here come France. Doué. White to Mbappe. Step over into the penalty area. Will win a corner. Koulibaly back there doing the defending. Niakate was the man with the last touch. The left leg of Edward Mendy for the second time in this second half. It's kept out France. First time Michael Elise, second time Kylian Mbappe. Corner kick to Les Bleus. Left hand side. Elise will drift this away from goal. He's actually gone short to Dembele. Hernandez then put the cross in. It's a poor one. Senegal can hack it clear. There's no one forward for the West Africans. Picked back up by France. Jules Koundé. Koundé back to Saliba. Rabiot switches it out. Mbappe now on the right side. Mbappe has done his man this time in the penalty area. Got to be a penalty. Has to be a penalty. No, the referee's given a corner. The referee's given the corner kick. One of our eyes is playing tricks on it. It's either me or it's Mr. Fagani. Mbappe running at El Hadji Malik Diouf. Let's have a little look on this replay. Into the penalty area. I do not think I need to see it again. We'll see it this time. That's going to be a penalty, I think. El Hadji Malik Diouf has gone in with a challenge. He has not touched the ball. The referee's given a corner kick. That's never ever a corner. Having said in the first half, we haven't seen too much VAR intervention in this tournament so far. All eyes are now on Ali Reza Fagani, the Iranian referee. VAR check, possible penalty. Abdullah Atif Abdurrahman Al-Sheri is the VAR. I don't really know what's taking so long. It looked like a penalty first time. I've seen it twice. It's looked like a penalty both times since. And this is getting waved away, I think. I don't know what the referee's signalling. It doesn't look like he was going to the screen. Everyone's looking at each other a little bit perplexed. I think we're going to restart with a corner here, which I am absolutely astonished by. The length of this take, now the referee goes to the screen. Well, the referee was signalling. This referee really did not want to give that penalty. He seemed so confident. He was just waving everybody away. And now he goes to the screen. The best replay he's seen is the one that we're seeing, is the one from behind the goal. Mbappe knocks it behind. It's Sadio Mane with the challenge. Lunging tackle from Sadio Mane. Mbappe tries to hurdle him. Mbappe's going at speed. And Mbappe's left foot is caught by the thigh of Sadio Mane. This is going to be a penalty kick for France, almost certainly. Mr. Fagani has had 6 or 7 looks at it. He's back on. He's going to make the announcement. It's a penalty kick to France. There was no need for that to take so long, by the way. That was a penalty at first viewing. 60 minutes on the clock. Penalty for France. Sadio Mane has fouled Kylian Mbappe. And Mbappe, who scored from the penalty spot twice in the final in 2022, has the chance. Oh, he's given a goal kick. It's not a penalty. I have no idea what is going on here. The referee has waved everything away and is given the goal kick. The referee was so determined not to give that penalty. He didn't want to give it in real time. He's been sent to the screen and he's waved it away. That is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Didier Deschamps is now trying to get an explanation off the fourth official. That is absolutely mind-blowing. You need to try and seek that out for yourselves to get a look at it. He's given the goal kick. Wow. Absolutely incredible stuff here in New York, New Jersey. 62 minutes on the clock. We've had a huge break in play there, about 4 minutes. Somehow the referee hasn't given the penalty to France. Still 0-0. We are back underway. And a lifeline, huge lifeline for Senegal. I can't believe what I've seen there. Senegal have it. Can they build on that lifeline that they've just been given? They're attacking left-hand side. A little bit of confusion out here between Sadio Mane, the man who's just been given that lifeline. That was his challenge. Throw into France in front of their own technical area, where Didier Deschamps stands entirely baffled. We're now seeing the ref cam. The ref cam footage, where, if you want to be kind, you maybe could see at first viewing why he's given the corner kick. It certainly wasn't a corner kick. But to go to the screen and wave that away is wild. Absolutely wild. Senegal haven't been on the wrong end of some particularly shocking decisions in the AFCON final. They've certainly had one go their way now. France come. Ball into the penalty area. Mbappe saved again. Just ran away from him. Edward Mendy got down. Elise slipped it through. Kylian Mbappe with a touch. Edward Mendy was out to meet it. France have the bit between their teeth. A sense of injustice for Les Bleus here in New York, New Jersey. 64 on the clock, scoreless. All kinds of shenanigans happening second half. Here comes Senegal right hand side. Ismail Assar. Ismail Assar feels a hand in the back. He's going to go down. He's not getting a penalty for that, certainly. Theo Hernandez was the man doing the defending. This game sprung to life in the last few minutes. Not for reasons I was imagining. Upamecano. Back to Mike Maignan. Rolls it out to Koundé. Koundé to Dembele. Back to Upamecano. Will France be fired up at what they feel is a clear injustice? Rabiot moves it on to Doué. Doué is going to have a drive over there. It is full back. Edge of the box. Here's a chance. Hernandez. What a bit of defending that is. Niakate and Koulibaly. Bodies on the line. France attack. Doué again. Kamara's out with him. Mbappe, corner of the box. 1-2. Doué. Mbappe didn't get on the end of it. Hacked clear from Senegal. Senegal are wobbling here. Michael Elise, good footwork. Koundé is coming on the overlap. Elise has gone infield. Now he finds Koundé. Koundé back to Michael Elise. 35 yards out. Into Mbappe. 1-0. Kylian Mbappe on the half turn. Slots it into the bottom corner. It has been coming. France have scored. It's a really good goal. It's a really good move. Probably the best move of the game. Senegal were wobbling and have finally capitulated. Kylian Mbappe gets his 2026 tournament off and running here in the 66th minute. Dejected faces from the Senegal players. They've wasted those first half opportunities. Michael Elise picks the ball up, plays a wonderful pass through to Mbappe. Mbappe gets a yard and a half on Koulibaly, and on the half turn across Edward Mendy into the bottom corner. France at the front here. France 1, Senegal 0. Kylian Mbappe, 66 minutes on the clock. Mbappe celebrates down in the corner flag. Didier Deschamps punches the air. That's a dagger to the heart of Pap Chow's team, who've been so good in this game. Find themselves behind, and now we're set up for a really good final quarter as the Lions of Teranga will try and get an equaliser. Ball through to Jackson. Jackson, flag stayed down for the minute. Jackson! Now the flag goes up. He's rifled it into the roof of the net, Nicholas Jackson. Flag has gone up. Did look offside at first glance to me. We'll see it again. But the prevailing feeling is that Nicholas Jackson had gone too soon. Yeah, he's miles off. A yard and a half off is Nicholas Jackson. It's a great finish. From 12 yards out. Thunder volley into the roof of the net. But it won't count. Flag's gone up. And we hit the second half hydration break. And that was a whirlwind 10 minutes there. Haven't felt that the game was slightly underwhelming for the first hour or so. We've had a crazy few minutes. Absolutely crazy few minutes. That VAR decision, or the referee's decision actually, remains. I'm still scratching my head about it now. Mbappe seemingly, obviously brought down by Sadio Mane. The referee was then encouraged to check the screen, which he did, and then stuck to his guns and gave a goal kick, even though there's contact from Mane on Mbappe. France forced two incredible saves out of Edward Mendy, both with his left leg. First one, Michael Elise. Second one, Kylian Mbappe. And then those two combined. Beautiful pass from Elise. Defence splitting pass with his left foot. Rolled it into the path of Mbappe. Mbappe on the half turn fire it beyond Mendy. The 56th international goal for Kylian Mbappe. One behind Olivier Giroud he was until then. He's now tied. Mbappe will be looking to be the leading all-time goal scorer for France in the rest of this tournament. As France lead here by 1-0. Just about on the balance of this second half, particularly after that penalty decision. You'd say France deserve it. Although Senegal will be ruining those early chances. The ability of France to keep out Senegal in the next 20 minutes, though, this is the issue. Both teams have scored in the last 5 French games. So France will have to put an end to that break if they're to keep a clean sheet here in this one. Didier Deschamps on the cusp of his 15th win in this tournament. That'll put him one behind Helmut Schön. Still no changes made, by the way, from either head coach. You'd imagine Pap Chow will be looking to get another offensive player on for the last quarter of this game. The hydration break is just about done. And we will get back underway with the free kick that was given for Nicholas Jackson's offside. France attack immediately with Koundé. Into Elise. Elise back to Koundé. Koundé, cross comes in. Cleared away. Edge of the penalty area. Elise strikes one. With the ball dropping over his shoulder. Great technique to get that on target. Although it did just bobble through to the goalkeeper. Senegal have it. What have the Lions of Teranga got in response here? "18 minutes plus stoppages to try and salvage minimum a point from this Group I opening game here in New York, New Jersey. Ball at the feet of El Hadji Malik Diouf. Back to Niakate. Gisagana Gay. Koulibaly. Wider still to Diatta. Diatta. That's a good ball over the top. Nice run from Kamara. Kamara down by the corner flag, and a volleyed cross comes off Adrien Rabiot and is out for a corner kick to Senegal. Good response from Senegal. We've got 2 balls on the pitch. Kamara just rolls one behind the goal as El Hadji Malik Diouf goes across to that far side to whip this in with his left foot. Again, the referee just splitting up Jackson and Chouameni. You've been at that every set piece. Chouameni's got his arms wrapped around Jackson in there. El Hadji Malik Diouf, left-footed delivery, far side. In towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's far too strong. And that's just going to go all the way across the field and out for a throw-in. Down by the France right-back area. France leading by 8-0. 65th minute. Kylian Mbappe. The Michael Elise assist. Beautiful pass. Rabiot sends it out to the left-hand side. And Doué. France now approaching full flow. Doué into the penalty area shot. Good save. Edouard Mendy again, this time with his right leg. Sends it over the crossbar. Doué into the penalty area. Little step over. Got half a yard. Hit it with his left foot. Edouard Mendy makes the stop. And now we will see the first changes of the game. Pap Chow about to bring on a couple of substitutes here in an attempt to turn this one around. France have a corner. Michael Elise. Doué. taking it short. Dembele. Hernandez helps it on to Koundé. Koundé moves it on to Mbappe, who's come out to this right-hand side. Mbappe just tries to roll in Koundé on the overlap. Little back heel from him. That was ambitious. And they've lost it. Senegal have it. Here's a chance. Jackson. Jackson needs support. Has it off Mane. Passes overheat for Sadio Mane. But Meccano was back there defending. Sees it out for a throw-in. And now we'll see those Senegal changes. Ismail Assar is going to be replaced. He's going to be replaced by the number 20, Ibrahim Mbaye. And the second change is going to be Lamine Camara. Lamine Camara will be replaced by the number 21, Habib Diarra. So attacking substitutions made by Pape Thiaw. Habib Diarra, the Sunderland player, 4 goals in 21 appearances. Ibrahim Mbaye of PSG, 3 goals in 11. Dearly love to make it 4 here against some of his countrymen, teammates for PSG. We're into the final quarter of an hour here. France lead by 1-0. Big switch out to that right hand side. Chance for Diarra to get a first touch. Really good first touch too. Into the penalty area. Challenge eventually comes in from Theo Hernandez. Dembele finds Mbappe. Mbappe is going to run Koulibaly. Koulibaly stepped across him and did just enough, which allowed Habib Diarra to get back and do a little bit of defending. Koulibaly knew Mbappe had him for pace there and just made it a long way around Kalidou Koulibaly. Eventually Habib Diarra wins a free kick down by the corner flag. "13 minutes to go. France 1, Senegal 0. What have Senegal got left in their locker here? France have won it back high. France are starting to push on a little bit here. Mbappe. Oh, the referee's given a foul again. This time Habib Diarra is penalised. Does not look impressed. I thought Mbappe slipped there. Maybe he was just bundled over, in fact, by the Sunderland man. Habib Diarra, one of 12 Sunderland players of the English Premier League at this World Cup. Sunderland have got more players here than Real Madrid. Free kick to France is fairly central. Kind of level with a left-hand post. It's too far out for a shot. Michael Olise is going to orchestrate this set piece. Olise clips it to the back post. Rabiot with a header. Half cleared by Senegal, but eventually it's brought away by Mbaye. Great challenge from Tchouaméni. Wins the ball back. Doué collects it. Back to Tchouaméni. He was quietly effective in that CDM role, is the Real Madrid man. Vastly experienced, although he's still only 26 years of age. Saliba. Back to Mike Maignan. Left foot clearance from him towards Doué. Challenge in the air is made by Diatta. Throw-in is given the way of Senegal. Niakate onto Pape. Moved on nicely to El Hadji Malik Diouf. Tries to shake the crossing. Great ball. It's over the top. Nicholas Jackson with a chance at the near post. More than half a chance for Nicholas Jackson. He sent that one over the crossbar. Lovely ball in. Really nice pass. I'm not sure if Nicholas Jackson had just strayed offside again there. Ball eventually quite came off his right ankle. Nicholas Jackson lifted it over the crossbar. It remains 1-0 to France, who are going to make their first change. Ousmane Dembele is replaced by his PSG teammate Bradley Barcola. So fresh legs, more pace and adventure at the front end of the pitch for France, just what the Senegalese defenders didn't need to see. Header is won by Niakate. He has a chance maybe for Senegal. Ball drops at the feet of Diarra. Diarra loses out though. Hernandez has won it back for France. Doué. Barcola, who's gone out on that left-hand side, gets his first touch. Desiree Doué has come out onto the right side, so a little aesthetic change made by Didier Deschamps. Upamecano's closed down by Jackson. And Upamecano's hurried in to put that out for a throw-in. He wanted a free kick. This was bundled over by Jackson, but the referee's not giving it. Senegal have lost it again, though. That's poor from Pat Gay. Senegal suddenly starting to look slightly ragged in possession. Elise out to Barcola. Barcola's lost out. Elise stayed down. He was flattened by Pat Gay, having made the pass. Elise is slowly getting back to his feet. Garnegay has it. Nice switch out left-hand side. Malik Diouf. Malik Diouf trying to get away from Doué. Has to step in field. Mane turns both ways. Little back heel to Garnegay. Into Papgay. Papgay. Midway inside the France half. Left-hand side with Malik Diouf. Papgay again. Well challenged by Doué. Senegal win it back though. Ball played down the channel from Papgay, and again it's Chouameni who just tidies everything up in there. Now here comes Rabiot. He's got a load of runners. Great ball through. Barcola is 1-1. Barcola! France have scored a second. Bradley Barcola has been on the pitch 3 minutes and has lifted one over the top of Edward Mendy. And that should do it for France. They've taken their time to get on top here. But two wonderful pieces of quality have led to 2 second half goals here for the French. And Bradley Barcola off the bench, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Beautiful ball through from Adrien Rabiot. Barcola has drawn Edward Mendy, lifts it over the top of him for a 4th international goal. Just a little dink. He's about 14 yards out. And as Mendy goes to ground, Barcola dinks it over the top of him, back of the net. The water carrier is off the bench. Didier Deschamps for France. And that should do it. 82 on the clock. 2 wonderful through balls have made France's 2 goals here. First from Michael Elise, the second from Adrien Rabiot. And Mbappe and Barcola did the rest. It's France 2, Senegal 0. You are listening to independent studio-based off-tube commentary of this game, which you will be able to watch through your local broadcaster. Senegal have put up a right good fight here. Substitution for Senegal. Nicholas Jackson has been replaced by the number 9, Bamba Dieng. And Ilman and Jai is on 2. Pat Gay is the man who's been replaced by Ilman and Jai, the Everton winger. One final Desperate play from Pap Chow to try and get back into this. He'll consider himself particularly unfortunate to be 2-0 down here. Those two chances in the first half will look like they've come back to haunt Senegal. Jackson hitting the post, and then the one that Ismail Assar put over the top. And Bai tried to get in down the right hand side there, but Saliba shepherds it back to Mike Mannion. France on the attack. Barkler, he's up for it since he came on. Edge of the box, Elise, and Mbappe with a shot, Mendy with a save. Left-footed effort, 16 yards out, not too much power in it. Senegal are giving it away here, they're struggling as France warm to their task. Saliba on the half-turn, Elise. Mbappe. Wide, right-hand side is Doué. Doué thought about running it. Malik Diouf then just turns back in field. As France just slow it down now. Safe in that 2-0 lead. Ball back to Saliba. Looks like 3 points here for the French. Senegal with games against Norway and Iraq. Not a forlorn hope in any way. 3 points should maybe get Senegal through. They'll be focusing on that Iraq game to pick up those necessary points. Obviously Norway too, as France prepare another substitution. It looks like Ryan Cherky of Manchester City will come on. He's going to replace Desiree Doué. Ryan Cherky, just an 8th international appearance for the Man City player. 2 international goals so far. We'll be hoping for a 3rd here in the final few minutes. Rabiot's had a good second half, made a difference. Elise. Koundé to Cherky, who gets his first touch, wearing number 24. Just turns and rolls it back to Rabiot. Senegal chasing shadows at the moment. Haven't really responded since that first goal. Little 1-2. Barkler's on the charge. Barkler skips past his man down towards the corner flag. Can't keep it in. Him and Diatta just came together as they ran into the advertising boards over there, but no harm done. Another change as Idrissa Gana Gueye, the veteran, is replaced. And he's replaced by the number 6 for Senegal. It was Pathé Ciss. It's all 5 substitutions made by Pap Chow. Senegal off 2 minutes left to get back into this one, plus stoppages. Time is running out for the Senegalese. First touch of the game for Ciss. Ball played forward. Bamba Dieng has run out of it by Saliba. Good defending, William Saliba, who clenches his fist towards the French supporters up in the stand beyond that corner flag. Goal kick to France. Just seeing a replay of the Barkler goal. Such a good ball from Rabiot. The 2 through balls are really what have made those goals. Beautifully weighted through passes. Sort of through passes that Kylian Mbappe and Bradley Barkler are not going to pass up. Into the final 60 seconds of regulation here in New York, New Jersey. Group I. It is 2-0 to France. Senegal will have a corner kick here over on this left-hand side. Jules Koundé, it was who conceded, has got in front of Sadio Mane. And El Hadji Malik Diouf comes to take it, meaning it will be a left-footed away swinger. 21-year-old swings it in to the back post. It's one in the air. First contact from Senegal. A couple of players come together. Chergi collects it. Upamecano is the man on the break. Unsurprisingly beaten for pace by a couple of Senegal players. Senegal have it back, but a long way to go, halfway inside their own half. Habib Diarra. 8 minutes of stoppage time here. That lengthy VAR check is what's added the extra time on. So Senegal might just get a little fillip from that news. If they can push on and get one quick, we might have the grandstand finish set up here. Iliman Ndiaye, not really seen him at all since he came on. That might have been his first touch. Switched out to the left-hand side. Malik Diouf onto Mane. Mane into the penalty area. And Ndiaye's come across to his left-hand side to pick the ball up. Diarra beats Cherki. Cherki fouls him. Referee's played on. And Ndiaye battles with Koundé. Koundé does well. Good strength. Clears the ball up the line. Breaks on again. Elise. Elise does well to hold the ball up. Plays in Cherki. Here come France. Cherki's going to run at Koulibaly. Cherki into the penalty area. Poor play. Blocked. Senegal can break. Left-hand side. Sadio Mane. For Cease. Cease has Ibrahim Mbaye wide. Runs at Hernandez. Drops it back to Cease. Mane, central position. 40 yards from goal. Mbaye. Support from Diatta. Just a little bit of the fizz gone out of this attack, and a terrible ball from Mbaye. Plays it straight to Michael Elise. Less urgency on this France break as Elise just turns back towards his own goal, draws the foul. Good hold-up play from Michael Elise for his team. Free kick to France. Mbappe over the halfway line. Support from Barcola, left wing. Back to Mbappe. Mbappe swaps passes with Hernandez. Then Rabiot. Back to Upamecano. Chouameni just knocks it back to his goalkeeper. Didier Deschamps edging towards that 15th win, one behind the record. Cherki wins a throw-in down in front of the France technical area. Five and a half minutes of the 8 added on to go here. France now scored multiple goals in 10 of their last 11 games. That kind of record is going to put you in with a chance in most football matches. Mannion. Mbaye on the half turn. Does well to keep hold of the ball. Koulibaly has it. Koulibaly. Wide for Mbaye. Out on that right-hand side is Iliman Ndiaye now. Ndiaye. Can he run at his man? Iliman Ndiaye has support from Diatta. Back to Ndiaye. Need to get the ball in the penalty area here, Senegal. Ndiaye again for Diatta. Now Diatta's going to swing it in. Terrible cross. Hits Theo Hernandez. Diatta's going to get another chance. Cease. Cease is going to try and put the ball in. That's just as bad. Koundé clears. Picked up by Cherki. Cherki turns away from a couple of players, then drives forward. Has Mbappe on the overlap. Couldn't quite squeeze it through to him. Mbappe would have been away and gone then. Chouameni. Back to Rabiot. 4 minutes of the 8 played. Ball lifted over the top for Elise to chase. Good pace from Koulibaly there. got across. Koundé wins the header. Rabiot won back by Mane. He has a little bit of space for Senegal to break. Ilman and Jai over the halfway line. Plays it on to Mbaye. Mbaye towards the edge of the box. Mbaye beats his man. Mbaye with a shot. Oh, what a goal! Senegal have scored. Absolute worldie from Mbaye. He smashed it into the roof of the net. And we might just get that grandstand finish yet. The break was on and suddenly Ilman and Jai had a ton of space. He's played the ball out to Ibrahim Mbaye. 2 step overs, he's drilled it. It's a terrible piece of goalkeeping, by the way, from Mike Minan. It's straight at him. And he's done everything in his power to dive out the way and palm it into the roof of the net. France keeper doesn't want to see that back again. Didier Deschamps, the water carrier, has just launched his bottle of water in the technical area. France 2, Senegal 1. Will Senegal have one chance to get the ball forwards? France have it. Elise. Advantage paid for Mbappe. Oh, Mbappe scored. It's 3-1. Kylian Mbappe has just hit a rising drive from 30 yards out. Senegal were back in it for about 30 seconds. Wow. It's a brilliant goal from Kylian Mbappe out of absolutely nothing. Michael Elise was fouled. Michael Elise will get the assist, I think, there too, his second one of the game. Elise was fouled, he was pulled back, but the ball broke to Mbappe. The referees played the advantage. Mbappe took one touch, turned, looked up, smashed it. 30 yards out. Mendy, that's kind of gone through him as well. It's certainly not in the top corner. I'll give Mendy the benefit of the doubt. It was a good strike. Kylian Mbappe with an absolute rasper. And at 0-0, 65 minutes here, we were wondering if we would get a goal. Well, we've had 4. France 3, Senegal 1. Senegal's hope was particularly short-lived. Mbappe has fouled Niakate down in front of the Senegal technical area. We're into the final minute of the 8. There's probably going to be a couple of minutes on top because we've just had 2 goals in the last 3 minutes. Diatta to Mbaye. Habib Diarra. Mbaye again. Mbaye encouraged to put the ball in the penalty area, cleared away by Saliba at the near post. Mbappe picks it up. Mbappe's on a hat-trick now. He's gone down, just got a ball in the face, I reckon. Senegal don't care. Diarra has it. Michael Elise wants the referee to stop the game for a head injury. The referee's not buying it. Ball clipped into the penalty area. Upamecano does the defending. Elise. Good turn from him. Cherki brings it forward. And now the referee's going to stop the game. Kylian Mbappe's got a bump on the nose, maybe on his lip, but that's all. Might as well carry on. There's seconds to go. Well, what an astonishing final 25 minutes of this game. Mbappe on the half-turn, 65. Barcola one-on-one with the keeper, 82. Mbaye dragged Senegal back into it, 94, but not for very long, because Kylian Mbappe smashed one in from 30 yards on 96. And as we head towards the 99th minute here in Group I, the first game in this group, this 2026 tournament, it is France 3, Senegal 1, and it has been fully entertaining second half. Back underway, Mbappe's on his feet. Upamecano to Cherki. Cherki loses out. Njai and Bai down the channel, pulls the ball across, and that's nearly got in, has it? Referee has said no goal. Mike Minion's pulled it away. I thought it was in. I thought it was an own goal. Chouameni has nearly turned it beyond Mike Minion. We need to see this again. Chouameni over the goalkeeper. It's not got in. Holy mackerel. Wow. Mannion claws it off his line. The last 3 minutes of this game, ever since that penalty decision, the VAR, as the final whistle goes here, that was quite astonishing 30 minutes of football. France have won it by 3-1, 2 from Kylian Mbappe, 1 from Bradley Barcola. Ibrahim Mbaye briefly pulled Senegal back into it, but it was only very briefly. A game that sprung to life in the final 30 minutes here has finished in the New Jersey Stadium. The opening game of Group I is finished. France 3, Senegal 1.